Hello, everyone. My name is Hassan, and in this video, I will provide a simple and educational explanation of bookkeeping, including recording transactions, invoices, and tracking expenses. This content is for educational purpose only and should not be considered professional accounting or tax advice. I hope you find this video helpful and useful. Let's start. First, this is the interface of the Sage software 50, which is the desktop version. There is another version, it's the cloud version. I'm talking today is desktop version. That means this version is in your computer, and the backup and database, everything it's in your computer. Actually, is good software in my experience for the do your bookkeeping and ending to the balance sheet and also the trial balance statements and everything is completed here. In my opinion, for a small and medium-sized company. Let's talking now for the interface. First, this is the dashboard for the software. Here is receivable and there is payable. And here is inventory and services, payroll and your employees here, banking and company. We will talking about this one. Let's go back again for the dashboard, starting with the receivable. If I go for the receivable, here you could create a new customer, and then you will do sales invoice for your new customer. And here you could go for the payables and create a new vendor. And then you will create, after you create your vendors, you could do purchasing, either to buy purchasing the items or services or your expenses also. You will see step by step how to work. And this is here also inventory. And if you press this one in the chart of materials and services items, and here you could create your items. And from here, you could go for payroll and create a new payroll. This is your employee here, as we see. And you could do pay steps, sorry, or paychecks also for your employee and pay for them the salaries. And here is banking for after you do this, if you are paying checks, that's mean you have to do matching your bank account, and also you could do reconcile for your bank as we will see it also and discuss it. And here is company, and you could go for there and see your chart of accountancy, and also you would go for to make general voucher or general journal from here. And the reporting, it will come from here. After you do data entry from which you discuss it from here, okay, you will go to see your reports from here. And there is another ways we will see how you could enter it and see the report from another side. But this is the basic thing. That's mean payables, banking, receivable, payroll, everything. It will be from here. Let's go for the now entering. And for the setup, the software is actually is ready set up. No, maybe you need something to do it, but also I will go quickly for the setup without too much details. Here you could go for the example. The important thing is actually, in my opinion, is the link of accounts. If you go for there, you will find account links. See how it's creating to this account the entries. And also, if you go for the payables, it will be like accounts this one. No need to go for too much details because already mostly is ready to start. And this is, but we have to take a glance and idea about how the software set up. Here, if you go for the default revenue, to go for the sales. And like this also, if you go for the payroll, you have to go for the remittance, and see this is also remittance. And like this also for the accounts, how it will be going for each one to deduction. For the example, let's go for the deduction taxes, how it will be for the suitable taxes, EI, employment insurance, Canada pension plan, and like this it will be each one to the suitable account. This comes from where? This comes from the chart of accounts. It's really, as I tell you, when you establish your software, you could select chart of accounts from the software itself. That's mean everything is ready to start. Mostly 90%, let's say, it's ready to start. And this is the chart of accounts. Let's go quickly to the chart of accounts. I will not go too much details. You have to be careful to not delete everything. If you want to do some modification or something, to not delete something is essential and something is important. For the example, you cannot delete this account. If you do, because this is, if you see, this is total. That means this is it for the statics report or for the report itself. If you delete this one, actually some reports will not work with you. You'll find some errors will happen with you. For that, you have to be careful when you want to modify your chart of accounts or do you want to delete something or something like this. You could add your account as you like. For the example, I could from here, okay, let's go all this. You will find this icons on all softwares, mostly on most of the Windows. For the example, create new account, or I'm stopping in this account and I want to edit this account and modify the name. I could, for the example, I want to change this account to CIBC Bank. CIBC Bank, sorry. CIBC Bank. And that means I am modify it now. Okay, I will do a copy. And from here, I will then modify this one here. And sorry, it's Control C, Control V, and save it. Now I've modified this account. See, this is a sub account options. If you go for this, it's bank account. And when you say bank account, what mean this one? If you go for now receivable and you want to create a new invoice, you will find and you pay for him as check or cash. That's when you pay through the bank. You will find your banks is here because you're already in that it's card of the bank itself. You put click the classified of this is bank for that appear here. Not all the chart accounts will appear here, just which is bank account. Again, I will go for the company again and I will go for the charter account. See how I changed the name here. Okay, or you could create a new account from here, create a new account. You have to be care where we are create this account. For the example, if you go for there and you do edits from here, this is classified as for the bank. That means it will go for the balance sheet. It will not go for the as expenses. Also, there is one option. This one is very important options. If you press this one, that's mean if you go for the banking, you will find will appear here. Okay. Now, if I press how, let me explain for you more for just to know how to work. Suppose this one cash drawers, it's not appearing. If you go for the bank, it's not appearing here in the to do reconcile for the cash drawer. But if I go again for the company and open chart of accounts and go again for the sorry, and do here edit, sorry, and do here, okay, I cannot go there to some transaction, I think. Okay, let's go for another account, sorry. Okay, this one, edit, and recording, and okay, this is first is cash. I cannot, I have to be bank and change it to the bank and do saving reconciliation, saving transaction to do reconciliation for this one. And you have to do setup for the expenses and which bank it's charges. This is one time you will do it. You will select which one is the bank charges from here. That means you have to link each expenses to suitable account. You have to search here which account it will be. Let's see, where is it here? Expenses. Okay, let's do this one for the example. And like this also for the adjustment where you want to be. That means you have to link each one to each correct account and save it. Now, when I do bank reconcile, and if you go for the banking, you will find now this will appear here. Okay, that's mean the idea how to be you could go and active the bank reconciliation. I will go for the now the first receivable one. From here, I will create a new customer. For the example, from here, I will go for create, and suppose customer his name is Joe. Okay, And some features I have to see it here,
from
which
here.
example is there's
Let's create a
30
new
person
customer.
including in the invoice, and
His
it is
name is
optional.
Joe. If I opened his card, as we discussed it, we could link it for the special account. Just to see what means special account, special for this customer. Okay, before to go for this one, I want to remember you, if you go for the setup and then go for the links of the accounts of receivable, you will see the sales is go for this account, which is 400 to 4,200 sales. This account revenue default is sales. Now again, if I go for this Joe account and I link it to any account, okay, let's go that I link it to the building account. Let's see how what the effection it will be the entry and the taxes, as we say, 13% here, and save it. Just I do this one, okay, to remember it. We link it with this account, this one, okay, to remember just where it has to be go now. Sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. We have to open edit. By mistake, I do it again. From here, I'll stop in this account and edit, and I will change the name to this one and save it. Now, his name is changed for this one. I do buildings just to see what the affection it will be. Let's do two invoices. One invoice for the normal, so it's for Ali, and for the row. Row is linked to the building now, not in the sales. See, that's mean it will go for this account now. If I do entry now, sorry, invoice will generate entry. I mean, if I do invoices, the entry it will be like this. See, it will go in which account, account receivable, and credit is building, not sales. Okay, I will not save it. By the way, Sage has got very nice feature, useful feature. You could see the entry before to generate it, before to save it, before to save, post it. If you go now for the reporting, this report financial and any report, you will find there is no affection for this one because until now I haven't generate entry from this one. When I press post, it will go for the entry and generate entry. But now that's mean I could test the software or the what the GV it will be. Then I posted, or I don't want now to continue. I will without saving. Do you want to discard this transaction? Yes, I haven't saved. Okay. Again, I will go for this Joe now and do edit for this account and options and remove this one to go for the setup as we discuss it and save it. Now I will go again to the generate invoice for same this customer after I do this modification. And let's go for the example for this one. See, it will go for the sales because the setup from the setting and setup for the sales account, it is for the sales this account that I mean that you could do criteria what you want for each customer if there is specific things. Uh, Now let's say we take a check and this check is go for the example from TD Bank and let's go the number for the check here and I save amount sorry I sold him $100 now and save it posted. Now, after I posted, will generate entry. Tell me how I could back and see this any transaction from here. Look up and go for there, and you will find all your the transactions. Suppose I won't go again for this transactions. Double click. The customer name has been modified. Okay, and you will find this. That's mean you could go back for your invoices and check if you want something to do checking like this. You do double click and go back again. Now, after I save this one entries and go for the sales, the report has been generated automatic. If I go for the financial income statement or trial balance, everything has been generated. How it will be? Now, if I go for the example for the, as we opening T, which income statement, and see there is affection from this invoice as profit. Here you will find there is sales. Let me see now, I will keep this one is open to see how the affection will happen. Again, I will go for the sales invoice, okay, and I will put my eyes in the report to see how it will be effect. Sorry, this is the invoice, and this is the income statement. Okay, let's do new invoice. Okay, created, or let's modify this invoice. If I stop like this, this invoice is already saved, and I will do some modification. If I do adjustment for the invoice, will generate reverse entry. How it will be? Now I open now this invoice again, and suppose I want to put this amount. Okay, see now how it's the sales is it, and see what is down of the report before to save it now. See what's the down of the report is net income, and the entry will be, because I haven't posted, because I tell you there is one feature in the software, very nice feature actually. You could see the entry before to generate it. No affection until now. You tell me how it will be because I haven't posted until now. Now I will close this one. This entry which it will be generated. Now, if I do posting, it will be generated. Now, see this here again before to save it. See how it will be. The sales, it is 2,500. Total of the sales, 2,715. And the income, it's 2,150. If I posted, okay, generate entry and press OK, see the affection how it will be now in the same time. Okay, that's mean the when you do any entries in the same time, you could see the affection of the entries in the report. Also, we go for the balance sheet and so on, and the receivable accounts, any accounts, you will see the affection of this report. Now, again, we will go for the after we discuss it how it will be generally. I'm talking now without any complexity. After we do the sales, we could go now for the payable. Before to go to the payables, there is one point I want to show it for you. There is report is important for any accountant or bookkeeper is the taxes, GST, HST, or GST, PST, or according in which province you are. Here I create as if we are in Ontario or some, for the example, and I want to see the report for this one. Also, if you do the configuration right, you will take report is right. This is how much you got. You have to owing balance, or how much you've got refund, or something like this. All this, and you have how much you have to pay. This report is very useful. I will not go for too much details actually. Also, from report, I want to show you one thing is very actually wonderful and important in this software. If I go for this one, for the example, and which is it is balance sheet. This is it is interactive report. What mean? That's mean if I sit down, if I stop in this account here and do double click, okay, will open for me the general ledger for this report. If I stop in, for the example, in this one, which is G journal voucher 42, it will open the journal voucher itself. Okay. If again, if I stop in this report, double click in the general voucher, open general voucher. But if I do double click in the source, will open the invoice. And suppose there's mistake I do in this one, I want to do modification. I put it $9,000 and save it. Posted, save it. That's mean. As we discussed it, it do reverse entry. Now the entry not 42, 44. Why? I will tell you why. Because as we tell you in this software, as I see it, it's do reverse entry. If I go for there and I want to see all the entries in the software from here, you have to be care about the setup for the this one and go for the showing the entries. See, this is here the entry which has been generated here. See how it's generate each entry. Okay. Okay. And again, I will go from here, report, and sorry, general voucher, and from here, and yeah, to see all the entries. One thing is I will open it again to show it for you. One thing is very important. If you press Control F, this is very useful here. If I press 5, for example, I'm searching in 5. See, $2,900, sorry, to one, let's say, okay, 1060. Sorry. See, moving. And like not also everything, not just number. For example, CIBC. See, it's you are jumping from one to one. Okay, this is our report. Mostly it's working like this. You could modify your report from here without closing the report itself. You press from here and modify it and print it definitely. Okay, again, we will go for this dashboard of the software. We'll go for the payable. Same way, I will define my vendors and do the bills for them from here. Again, I will go for the vendors. Maybe you are taking daily expenses like Home Depot, you are purchasing items for the repair, or maybe you are purchasing from McDonald's some meals or something. Uh, for myself, I do it like this. I open, sorry, again, just to see what I have to do, either to do double click or edit. Now I press edit, then I go for the McDonald's restaurant. This is 13% from purchasing. And also the options here, I link it with this account, okay, which costing. Suppose I've got a new account is Roger, and then I want to link it with telephone expenses. I will search where is the telephone expenses and link it with the telephone expenses. Now I've got vendors as we discussed it, and I want to create a new vendor. For myself, I do it like this. Suppose I will create Roger as telephone expenses, and I will do 13% from my invoice, which I pay also ITC. And from here, I have to link it with its expenses. For example, I put here, maybe you'll find difficult in searching. On myself, I export all the chart of accounts, which is in Sage, and I do quick search, Control F, write telephone, not this one, second one. The account is number this one, 5780. Chart of accounts of the Sage like this, which is in pinky, that's mean is expenses, which is like this also expenses, and each one I put it in its categories. This is I see this is very actually helpful for myself, and I hope also to be also for you. You could export your chart of accountancy, and then you will find it easy to search any accounts. Again, control find and telephone. They couldn't match out. Oh, sorry, because I'm stopping here. Okay. And telephone. The account number is 5780. Again, I will go to the here. I put 5870. Sorry, it is 5780. And you find the account, it's telephone expenses. Now I've linked this account, telephone expenses. Let me copy this one. Roger as telephone or communication expenses and save it. Now, let's go back again for the software and I will do purchase here, bill from there here, and I pay as cash from this bank, CIBC bank, suppose. And then here I will take Roger. When I take Roger, automatic will go for the telephone expenses. And suppose I pay bill $500, and there is GST, HST, which is $65. I could remove if there is no tax, suppose in this bill, I could remove it. That means it's not obligatory. There is too much actually features in the software, to be honest. When you are pressing this software, you'll find discover the feature. Now, if I save it, this one now will go for its expenses, the number of the bill which for this invoice, suppose like this one, and save it. And all the report now is moving. Now, suppose I've got too much invoices. Do I have to do one by one? There is one feature in the software which is banking. First, I will export one of the idea also. You could export file which is from bank statement like CVC or something like this and import into the Sage. This is one of the things. And there is also another service, which is if you go for here, I'm talking not generally in the software, but there is too much, as I tell you, advanced. There is, you could add some features extra for the software and take, for the example, connecting to the bank and something like this. This is for this one here, for the example, I could go import the bank from here Okay, I will here I could link it next, and then select the file which is I exported from the bank to import it to my software, and then I've imported and see how transactions will appear for you. After that, I select, for the example, which bank account I'm dealing it. Suppose I'm doing now for the CIBC. This suppose here is matched now, and it's purchase invoice. Suppose from where you purchase this one. Suppose I purchase it from Roger. That's mean it will go automatic to the telephone expenses because I already I link it to its account. And what the invoice number and what the payment method. Suppose it's check and will ask for check number here, or suppose it is cash. It will not ask for that. You could see it before to post it if you want. It will be this one, or you could post it directly. Again, I'll repeat this transaction. No need to show it for yourself, but just I want to see the feature of the software. Now, Roger, and the invoice number, it is this one, and go as we discussed it to the telephone expenses and post it and like this and generate entry. And step by step, this is that's mean do it. See, it's manual because you match it by your hand. And this is also here is another invoice, suppose. And like this feature, it's I think it's very wonderful to save your time. Suppose this invoice is going also for the sales because this is sales invoice, and one by one you could do it the transactions all. There is one here is very important. I want which is matched, which is unmatched, and please do saving always before to go. It's very important to do saving. And then all transactions, match it and not match it. Suppose this one is here for as expenses. I will do purchasing. For example, it's Tim Hortons, and the invoice number is number one for the example, and save it. And like this for all the transaction. Before to leave it, you have to save it and then do the. After that, you have to do bank reconcile. Bank reconcile this screen. If not coming automatic, you have to do it from here. Okay, I will not go too much details about bank reconcile. Just I want to see the most important feature on the software, and there is you could do by yourself the bank reconcile. Again, here let's go for the employee. Suppose I've got a new employee, and here I will create a new employee. Suppose his name
Okay. Let's
is
talking about now
Ta.
payroll, which is here, employment, employees, and payroll, and create a new employee, and his name is Jennifer. Okay. We have to save three things. Is obligatory: date of birth, tax table, and which period we want to pay. If you press like this one here, you just have to do the date. Okay, let's change this one. Suppose is okay, and save it. Now again, we have to put, for the example, Ontario to do the tax how to be calculated. And if you go for there, I suppose it's bi-weekly or monthly, you have to mention it here. And it is salary as per hour or monthly salary. This feature is important if you want to calculate the vacation, suppose, and if it's retain vacation or not. I will save now this one, and let's do paycheck for him. Before to do the paycheck, if I go for the report before I do anything, just I create now only employee. And if I go for this one, it's very important, which is want to take it, how to could do our remittance to the CRA. Here, the date is very important here actually, and we have to be clear also about the setup from here for the payroll and how we are paying the remittance. It is weekly or monthly. It's very important to be clear about this point. Okay. Again, now we'll go for the report and payroll. As we tell you, this is the education purpose and to see the idea. Then you have to do your configuration. You have to do your configuration according to your work. If I go for remittance here and select the date is ending for this date, I see it's closed. There is no down because there is no entries after 31st of August. If I see this now, what I have balance to have to do remittance for the CRA, I will see it's zero.
balance is zero because already I pay everything. And I've got gross total. That means the total of the salary is $11,000. Let's do now in September. As we discussed, we do here a new employee. His name is Jennifer. Now, let's do salary for this. Jennifer is September. This is Jennifer here, and I put for him salary. I put here salary in the, I set up his salary as monthly, or I mean, no, not by hour, I mean, sorry. Then I pay for him $1,500, 1,500. See this message? It could be automatic, by the way, but here it's not automatic. Tell me you have to do press this one, recalculate. Why? Now, if I go for taxes and haven't pressed it, then I press it, it will be calculated. For tax and CPP and employment insurance and everything, we have to press this one. Down the entries, which it will be, this entry, it will be generated like this. Okay, this is the entries. See, the CPP and vacation, because I put 4%, now it's accountable. Again, I put here the check, I will put it in September, and the date of the check, sorry, is 14 of September, sorry. Uh, in period also, end period is 14 September, and from 9 September. Then I will post it again, calculated. Then I post it. Okay. Do you want to continue beyond? Yes. Generate GB is number is 62, and it's done. Now, if just to see how it will be, if I could pay the remittance from remittance, I haven't seen anything has appeared. How it will be? Because I have to change this one here, 14. Now it's appeared. I will not post it because I want to show you one thing is very important, because not only we have to see, we have to do the remittance to the CRA. Here, what's the amount I have to remittance from here? I will go, this is like BD7A, I think, isn't it so? I think so. Here, if I go for this one, then I put the date, okay, show for me zero. How it will be? Because the date is very, very, very important here. We have to put here September and until 14. Sorry, okay. Minus 14. See, now the calculation is correct. If I do here also, starting from September, okay? Now, it's very important to put from this date to this date, because the gross payable amount for the employees is just $115,000, although the balance is correct because they already will pay everything. But if you put here, for the example, from first of the year, see here it will be 12,000 the gross, because you have 5 employees here, not one employee during the whole the year. And although the same balance, that's mean we have to care about the date. Now again, I put just for the September, I have one employee and one remittance for him. That's mean the number of the employee is one. We have to remit this balance for him. We haven't paid anything, and the gross is $1,500. I will keep this one here, and let's do our remittance now. Okay, this here and this is to compare from both of this. Now, have you see the date I put this one, and the whole amount, what is it? Let's do calculation. Now the whole amount is same this one, $510.14. Okay, and this is CPP and everything is correct. See, 162, 58, and 288. And the date has to be very care about the date. And now, if I do posting, we have to put here, by the way, reference. I haven't put it, it will not save. It will ask me put the reference. Okay, I will do yes. It will ask me remittance payment reference number is missing. Let's say for the example, let's put for the example September sorry, 2023. And then I save it now. See what the affection after I save it will be. Now save it, do you want? Okay, continue, and will generate GV. GV is 64. If I press OK, see to how it will be now. If I press OK, how it will be here. See, it's zero. But because I do my remittance. This is the payroll. It's work like this. Just I want to be sure everything's correct and very important to do your remittance in date to be outside of the penalties. One thing again, if you do again, the trial balance also from here could do the trial balance, and it's comparative with 2 years if you want could do it from here. And also the reporting from there, it's very easy. And as I tell you, it's very nice software actually. Just I will show you one thing for the example. It's easy to go back and something like this. Okay, I don't want all these zeros. I will go modify the entry again reports. I modify it and remove which is within zero. Now press again. It will be like this. And press this one. We'll go to its report. Place the GV. It will go for the GV and the weekly account number, this one. That's mean it's very interactive software actually. Source this one, then I go to the source as this one. There is one things I want to show it for you, which is also useful. Suppose something is always I do it. I have always to do this entry. Okay, suppose like this I cash and deposit, and then sorry, I have to put any amount here, and then I put it here to the CBIC bank and put my comment deposit amount or anything, and my comment bank. Okay, and my source is bank statement. Here I could one feature, see store as recurring transaction. That's mean this transaction always I do it. For that, I will put recurring transactions. I put the name is bank, and I put this for the example monthly or random, and save it. I will go outside without saving now. Again, I will go for the GV, and if I press this one, and I've got bank will come for me this one. I'll put 5,000 for the example and save it. That's mean this is very important feature. That's mean you bring it again the transaction and do it quickly without if you got for the example sometimes entries is too much long. You could do all these entries and easily you could do this feature and come back again to recall this recurring again and do your transactions. I hope it was useful for you, and it's very useful actually for the bookkeeper and for the accountant. And thanks for you again. Thank you.